Welcome to World News Break. I am Vanessa SAWAY, bringing you the eye of the news today. Reporting, UN Food Agency, 45 million people on the edge of famine. The United Nations Food Agency has said that the number of people on the edge of famine across 43 countries had risen to 45 million, as an acute hunger spikes around the world with conflict, climate change, and COVID main driving factors. WFP said the cost of averting famine globally now stands at $7 billion, up from $6.6 billion earlier in the year, but warned the traditional funding streams were overstretched. Meanwhile, media reports from Afghanistan point to families reportedly being forced to sell their children in a desperate attempt to survive. Let's hear WFP Executive Director David BSIT.
And I remember in Yemen, I was tickling a little girl's foot. She might have been a year old, and it was like tickling a goat. She didn't respond. I have 4 children. I've seen just recently in Madagascar and in the Central America, as well as in Ethiopia and Sudan and the Sahel, the children that are emaciated and bloated and dying from hunger. And so when I joined the World Food Program, there were 80 million people, what we say, marching towards starvation. That number spiked to 135 pre-COVID because of man-made conflict and climate change. But COVID had just compounded it to 270 million people. COVID's going to come back down. Economies will start moving again strongly. And so we have a one-time crisis. And if we don't, Brianna, do this, let me tell you what's going to happen. It's not that just people will die. You're also talking about destabilization of nations and mass migration, which is 100 times more expensive than the $6 billion. In fact, it could be 1,000 times more. Let me give you a simple example in Central America. Just recently, I saw in the Washington Post where they had an article that the United States was spending $60 million a week at a cost of $3,750 per person, children and teenagers in shelters. That same child, back in Guatemala, we can do it for $1 to $2 a week. People don't want to leave home, but if they don't have food in any degree of peace, they go do what any of us would do as moms and dads, and they're going to find it. But when we feed 120 million people like we do every day, week, month, a year, we survey people and talk to people. They don't want to leave. And so this 42 million we're talking about, they are on famine's door. It's a worst-case scenario. This is a one-time ask for the world's billionaires. I saw Elon, just yesterday's net worth increase went up $21 million. Last year, the top 400 billionaires' net worth went up $1.8 trillion. I'm not picking on them. I'm saying, hey, great, you've made money. Please help share right now in a one-time crisis to save lives, keep nations from destabilizing, and to keep mass migration from taking place. It's a cheap fix, and it's only a bookkeeping accounting. Please help us.
Well, increases in acute hunger are not just in Afghanistan, but also being seen in Ethiopia, Haiti, Somalia, Angola, Kenya, and Burundi. That is according to the Rome-based agency. That's our breaking news for today. Vanessa SAWAY reporting.